Hi, I'm Nicole Hemrick, and I'm the managing attorney at Hemrick O'Malley, PLLC. Today, I just want to give you a brief rundown of what happens at a naturalization interview. First of all, you're going to want to know what to bring with you. So, you should bring your green card, your passport, your state ID. If you're married, your marriage license, things like divorce certificates, birth certificate, and tax returns. How many years of tax returns is going to depend on whether you've been a green card holder for 3 years and are filing this as the spouse of a U.S. citizen, or if you've been a green card holder for 5 years and it's got nothing to do with whether you are or not married to a U.S. citizen. By the way, if you are doing this based on marriage to a U.S. citizen, you're going to, again, like you did probably at least once before, possibly twice before, provide good faith marriage documents. What do we mean by that? Leases, bills, taxes, which you're going to bring anyway, proof of any children you have together, to demonstrate you still reside with your spouse. So then what happens? You get to the interview, you have your interview notice, you check in at a front desk, meaning that an officer looks at your interview notice. They might ask for your ID to verify you are the person to be interviewed. They might ask you some COVID screening questions, and they might ask you to do a digital fingerprint again, and they might take your photograph again. Sometimes this happens actually inside the interview, not just at check-in. Then, okay, you've checked in. Now you're waiting for your name or number to be called. Sometimes at interviews, you're given a little ticket that has an alphanumeric code, and that might be used to call you in for your interview as opposed to your name. You get called in for your interview. The officer is going to verify your identity, meaning, again, looking at some photo ID of you. At some point, you're going to be asked to stand and raise your right hand and swear to tell the whole truth, and you'll say, yes, or I do. Typically, the first thing that happens, at least in the New York City area, New Jersey as well, is that the officer will start by giving you the test. So what does the test involve? The first thing is that you're going to be shown a sentence. Now, this is typically on a tablet, and you will read that sentence. Next, the officer will verbally state a sentence, and you'll be asked to write that sentence out. It can be a bit awkward because typically now people are writing on a tablet. So if you have to write in all capitals, that's fine. Just make sure you don't run out of room and what you're writing is clear, because the officer needs to be able to verify that you've actually written correctly what has been asked to be written. The next thing, the civics and history test. The officer will have 10 questions in front of him or her, and you need to get 6 out of 10 of those questions right. So if you get the first 6 right, that's it. You're done. This is not about acing it. This is about passing. If you're just blanking on a question and it's starting to make you anxious, just move on. Say, can we get the next question? Because again, you could get 4 wrong and still pass. Once that is taken care of, the officer may ask to see some of your documents that you've brought with you. And then the officer has to go through the entire N400 naturalization application with you. So they're just going to verify the information. I mean, they might not do every single question, but they're going to go through and generally verify the information that they think is important for your case. If something has changed, it's okay. They actually will just update it right then and there for you. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you've moved. And if you did, you should have filed an AR-11. Maybe you have a new job. So these are things they'll just update for you. When you've come to the completion of the interview, the officer will show you on a tablet any changes that they've made. You'll be asked to tap and sign that you approve that those are the correct changes. They will show you a screen with the information of what your naturalization certificate will look like in terms of your name, date of birth, marital status, if you are approved. Then you will be given a notice, and it'll either say that you are recommended for approval, or it might say that you have to wait for a decision in the mail. Or if there was any issue, maybe you had difficulty with part of the test, You might be asked to come back a second time because you do get a second chance if you have difficulty with the test. Or you might be told that you're going to be asked to provide more evidence. If you have questions about this or any other immigration issue, give us a call at 833-848-7838. Thank you.